Happy Thursday night, everybody. I just want to make a really quick video about what I expect you to do tomorrow. But before I do that, I want to thank everybody for giving me so much feedback on our virtual classroom. So I am never going to get better unless you guys help me get better, quite frankly. And so you gave me some really good ideas about mostly one, I need to slow my roll. So always make sure you tell me to slow down. But you gave me a couple of really good ideas, hi Sophie, about organizing the Google Classroom a little bit better to make it a little easier for you. So I've already done that. So I want to show you the two things that I did, and I mentioned it in a couple of the classes, but not all of them. So I'm going to act like I didn't mention it to anybody. So the first thing. And it makes me laugh. You just cannot seem to get it through your brainy little heads that I am not giving homework this quarter. And bless your little hearts that you're always asking at least 10 of you every day, do we have homework? Do we have homework? No, we don't have homework. If you finish everything you needed to finish in class, we don't have any. But I did this just for you. So I am listing every single day. Hopefully I won't forget that there is no homework. And if I do forget, I have a feeling you'll tell me anyway. So that home fund's going to be it's going to be at the very top, and asynchronous will be at the very top. So I'm just going to move this right now. I'm going to move the asynchronous one right to the very top, and I'm going to do it in all of the classes so that you know right where it is. Okay. So those were two things, homework and putting all of the asynchronous work in one place. So now what I'm going to do, and I think I've done it to 3 out of the 4 classes, and I'll do it to all of them. I have moved all of your asynchronous work to one place. Okay. And so all the asynchronous work will be in one chunk, so you're not going to be searching for it. And if that's easier for you, makes no difference to me how I do it, as long as it works for you. Okay. One of the other things was that a couple of you said that it would be a lot easier if the links were like on the page that we're working on. And sometimes I can do that. I can't always do that, but sometimes I can. Because if I just copy and paste something onto a PDF, uh, it loses the link, I think. I'll give that a shot. But so tomorrow's work, so for 10-2, what you're going to do is you're going to go into online materials lab activity, and we're going to look at some of the qualities of some materials that are used in manufacturing. So this is the site that you're going to. This site is also on this page. Okay. So what I would do if I were you is I would open this. I would do side by side, I would do 2 pages. Okay, put one there. And I'm going to put this here because this is going to open in here. Okay. And so here is the actual online activity. I'm going to get rid of me. I don't need to be there. So I'm going to make myself sick moving me around. So this is this. And so you may come up with something that says Adobe Flash. And if you do, you're going to click on it, and you do have to allow it. Okay. So it will open up. In the meantime, you want to open up over here where it says PBS materials. And this is the sheet that you're going to put your info on, okay? So give this a second to load. Probably should put this on my big screen. Would have been easier. Okay, so now we have the materials lab. Okay, so you each have one of these. So it's materials lab. Here's the link. This will open this, okay? And it says there is a second page. The bottom box is vocab and a graphic to help you. But don't forget that there is a second page back here, okay? And as you write on this, this may move it forward, and that's perfectly fine, okay? So at the top of the page, I put a couple of the vocab words that are going to show up here. And they talk about compression and tension. Those are both types of forces. And ingredients is something that something's made up of. And then moderately made somewhere towards the middle. And so the reason why you need to know what that is because on this There are on the left-hand side, there are a bunch of different materials, and we're gonna look at the weight of it, we're gonna look at the cost of it, we're gonna look at the pros and the cons of them. Okay. And because that's what, if you're picking a material for something, that's what you look at. And so you go here for wood. And this right here, I thought this might cause some trouble for some kids. So I put one here. And so what we did is, as you look at this, you'll see that the cost is here, right? So it's like a couple of lines. This means that it falls into the low cost area. It also falls into the low weight area, right? But when you go to something like aluminum, well, the weight is, pretty nice, right? It's pretty low weight, which is, remember we talked about it with planes. It's also very expensive compared to some of the other materials. Okay. And so that's what this big red line is. So if it falls here, so that's scale. If it falls here, it's high cost. And some of you might not even need that, but I wanted to make sure that there was no excuse for you to say, I didn't know what to do. Well, now you do. Okay. First one is done for you. So type, cost, and weight. So the type is this, right? The type is the material. The cost and the weight are here. So you're going to put it either in a low, moderate, or high category. The pros are right here. Okay. The pros of the material. So why would they use them, right? What are the good things about the material? What are the cons? What are some of the drawbacks about the material? Okay. And then applications is, well, how is this material used? Okay. And you're going to work your way down these things. And you're going to find, like we talked about, that not everything is good for everything, right? We have to look at the properties. You want to know what you want the product to do. And so we have to look at the properties in order to figure out which material is best for which purpose. So remember, I will be in my Google Meet most of the time. So you remember to go at the very end of the day, and that whole area is there for you. Just click on it, and the Meet code will come right up. Okay. If you have any questions, you let me know, and hopefully you won't have any problems with this at all. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Take care. Bye bye.